Well, hello peeps, Hillbilly Halfwit, another video today. So, I was listening to Prime Minister's Question Time before, so I went in for something to eat and I tried to coincide it with that now, because I haven't been watching it for a long time and the last couple of times has been quite good. Anyway, this is what I want to talk about. How we're all being hoodwinked by everybody, everywhere in the Western world, between politicians and everything involved. So they're basically having a go at Starmer for not allowing Americans to use the bases and things. Sorry, the wind's coming at me. I hope it'll be okay. Well, we're not talking about that. If you believe in that or not, it's up to you lot. But I'm just saying what the reply that our Prime Minister just said. I listened to him say it. He said, "We've both been planning these operations for 2 weeks. 2 weeks! These operations been planned 2 weeks ago, and they're trying to make out it all happened like that. It did not. 2 weeks ago, what was happened in 2 weeks ago? Epstein files, Mandelson. That's all I'm saying. So everybody acts like it's a surprise that Mr. Trump decided to do this, but 2 weeks ago all this stuff happened. 2 weeks ago they were contacting the UK government, wanting them to use the bases for strikes. This is, well, you can see what it is, can't you? You can see what it is. Chagos Islands is a one thing, and I was listening to something the other day. Basically, what's happening with the Chagos Islands is there's a lease that's coming up, and I was listening to a guy on Winston Marshall's talking about it, and he was involved in trying to write up a new treaty for it. He couldn't say it on there, but basically they've got nuclear subs going there, because he was talking about frogmen. So they basically got a place where they can deploy nuclear submarines and nuclear capable of other things, rockets and stuff. And it's very essential, and they were afraid of China taking islands over. And anyway, America asked for permission to use these islands, and the UK didn't allow them until a rocket hit Gibraltar or something like that. So it's all made up, people. Everything we see is made up. Now, as a farmer, and as probably in lots of businesses in the UK, fuel went up. Is it 20 pence or 40 pence yesterday? And it can't affect it yesterday because we've already got stocks there. So we've got enough stocks for a week. It can't have affected fuel yesterday. So it's just a sham. It's all a sham to get money off us all. Fertilizer will go up. That'll go through the roof again because we're not capable of producing fertilizer in the UK anymore, because they stopped the only place that did it. ICI had a place that did it, but no, Net Zero stopped that. It's fucking infuriating. It's basically excuses to put all our bills up so they can pay for all their extracurricular activities around the world. That's what I think it is. And when I listen to that then, and he lets we've been planning this for 2 weeks. My mind went back to 2 weeks before, and that's what was released, the Epstein files and Mandelson, and our Labour leader was right up to his neck in it. So there's a conspiracy for you. There is a conspiracy for you. All the press, everybody making out, oh, we're really surprised that this all happened, and it's been planned for 2 weeks before. This is what these people, they're untrustworthy. They're absolutely untrustworthy to the extreme. And I'm not talking about one party, I'm talking about them all. And this uni-party. The way they were talking here, the defence heads from the two major parties all knew about this. And the Liberal Democrats again, So it's a uni-party running this all, pretending they're not together. And all these committees in Westminster, I've said this before, there is, is it 13 committees or 13 police forces? I forget now. But all the committees in Westminster are across party. So they all decide it all between themselves. When they come out in Prime Minister's Question Time, I like watching it sometimes, but they're all big buddies, to be honest with you. That's why they don't like reform and the Scots and that in there, because they're not in the club, if you see what I mean. And they're not very keen on people not in the old club. The Roller Sleeves Up Merchants and the Fabian Club. So, yeah, it's a lovely day here, an absolutely lovely day. And I just loosed the sheep out because they've been in for quite a while. And they're just running around like lambs. Look at that. Beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful day. Yeah, so don't be taken in by all this stuff. That video I did yesterday about conspiracy, I think conspiracy these days in 2 weeks is a fact. Can you remember Alex Jones all them years ago? I used to watch him a lot. He was funny, but a big percentage of his stuff it's really come true. And I didn't find out till later years that a relative of his was in the CIA, and that's how he was getting all this information years ago. Of course, he was going way over the top with these things, but he had very, very good intel, really. And the royal family involved in a huge paedophile scam. That was out in the 2000s. He was called a nutter for that. This climate nonsense the same. He was on about that. All the uni parties around the world, New World Order. It's all true. World Health Organization. Oh my God. Does it make you mad for thinking, Christ, he was right? Or does it make you an idiot for thinking he was wrong? So it's a bit weird. The stuff he was talking about back then, and I went, he's off his rocker, has literally been proved true. Like lots of these CIA operations where they were drugging people to get them to do things and chucking them out of windows. There was something years back where a guy who was at the head of some CIA, he was a scientist, he was a I watched this on Netflix about a month ago. His son was talking about it. His father was a head of some CIA experiment into chemical warfare. And there was some kind of test they were doing at that time with drugs to see if you'd say anything, because it was so super secret you weren't allowed to say. They'd been testing it in areas where they shouldn't have been. So what they were doing with all these people, these operatives, they were taking them in these certain places, the ones that they decided were a bit dodgy, giving them LSD and asking them all these questions. And then if they spilled the beans, they were untrustworthy then, really. And he was in such a really... nobody could know about this thing. This would bring the government down sort of thing. When he went in there, they gave him LSD in a glass without him knowing, and he basically was a bit worried about... He didn't say he was against it, but he was worried about what was going on in his name. It's well worth going to have a look. Is it Operation Wormwood or something like that it was called? On Netflix. And everybody denied this for years and years. But anyway, he ended up diving out of a window and killing himself. And for years and years, his son and his family pursued this because they'd heard that this was all wrong, that he'd been killed because of what he said in that interview. Everybody denied it, up to the presidents of the time. And then Seymour Hersh, the famous journalist, he'd been talking to a a guy he knows who's very, very high up, he wouldn't say the name, said that it's all true. They got a manual, the CIA had got a manual where they would, they'd use several times to kill people by faking their deaths, by chucking them out of windows in multi-story flats. And they'd done it. And all these years later, his son is about 70. All his life he's been searching for this. And he found out it was true. And Alex Jones was talking about this in the year 2000. And everybody thought he was nuts. And it was all completely true. It's same with the royal family and all that stuff. It's nuts, isn't it? It is absolutely nuts. And I think to myself, I'm like, how has all that stuff come true? It's mad, really. You just have to smile about it, to be honest with you, because it's like I said before, our politicians are so untrustworthy. They don't want you to know the truth, and if you do ever find out the truth, you're the problem. So this is a bit of a, I don't know what this was, a bit of everything. So please comment, rate and hype. All the best.